Hello everyone, this is Engineer S.L. Ablumia. Today I'm going to discuss about the shading fault of a garments. Everybody knows that shading of a garments is a major fault and that is not accepted by the buyer. If I look, if we look the picture, there is a two picture. One is the defective picture, another is the okay picture. In the defective picture, if we see carefully, then there is a two-part front part and the sleeve, and there is a differences in the color between the parts. Here this is a dull and there is a dark in the front part and dull in the sleeve. So this has been visualized because it has been attached together, and this fault is known as shading. So, and look at the picture, which is right, and the sleeve, this one sleeve, and the front part. The color is a very much similar. There is no any variation. That means dark or a light. So there is no dark and light between these two parts. All the colors are very much similar. So that's why this is fault free. This is free from shading. So these types of garments basically we want, but this has been treated as a shading fault. So we have to find out why these types of fault is occurred. If we analyze the root cause behind it, then the number one is numbering mistake. There is a cutting number of different panel of a garments, and whenever we are sewing, we have to match the number, and then we have to sew for ignoring the shading fault from a garments. So first of all, we have to consider the numbering mistake. So due to the mistakes of number, then we get this fault. Then another is reason operator did not follow the cutting number. This is a very much crucial things that whenever we are sewing the two parts together, we have to consider the cutting number carefully. If we don't, then we may uh, get these types of fault. Then another one is fabric running shade. Running shade is also named as a meter to meter shade variation of fabric. So in 1 meter of a fabric, then another meter of a fabric, there is some variation of color. That means there can be dark and light. So this is also a reason for getting this shading fault. Then if we want to remove this fault, or if we want to ignore this fault, we have to go for the corrective action. In the corrective action plan, first of all, need to follow correct method for bundling. Then another one is operator must be follow the cutting number. There is a cutting number for every part or every panel of a garment. So we have to follow it strictly. Otherwise, uh, we must get these types of fault. They need to use group marker. This is also one of the main reason for uh, occurring this shading fault. Anyway, the shading fault is not accepted, and for this reason, if we get more the fault, there may be a cancel of shipment. So we have to remove this fault, or we have to prevent. Basically, we have to prevent this fault. So for preventing this fault, we have to follow the cutting number properly by the operator. Then there shouldn't be numbering mistakes for every part of a panel. And we have to check carefully, is there any running shade of the fabric or not? If there is a running shade, then we have to ignore the fabric, or we have to reprocess the fabric. After reprocessing the fabric, then we'll get accurate shade, and we have to use for cutting, or we have to use for making the garments of the fabrics. So everyone, thank you very much for joining. Thank you once again. Allah Hafiz.